Hello and welcome to the April 27th edition of Totally Outdoors News Podcast. I'm your host, Edward Smith. In the news, moose licenses reduced by 1,500. The provincial government announced earlier this week that it has reduced the number of moose licenses by 1,500. Government officials state that this is in direct response to the findings of the Wildlife Division and that the island has experienced a decline in moose population. Government is receiving some harsh criticisms from the Save Our People Action Committee. The founder and leader of the organization, Mr. Eugene Nippard, claims that the reduction in licenses will directly result in more moose wandering our highways. In a conversation with Mr. Bill Rowe on the VOCM's Open Line show, Nippard stated that he wants an increase in moose licenses and states that the moose are not on the decline but are rising in numbers.
It's so disappointing when you're fighting a battle that is so hard to win, because that's like a smack in the face. That reduced the moose license by 1,500 is like a smack in the face to the public of this province, because what'll happen is there'll be more moose now than ever. And they're saying there's 110, 115, but we got reason to think that there's like 120,000 plus moose in this province.
In direct opposition are thousands of hunters, outfitters, and average Newfoundlanders. For many years, local hunters and outfitters have alerted government officials to a significant decline in the numbers of moose being sighted by outdoor enthusiasts. In other news, earlier this week, wildlife officials were alerted to the presence of raccoons in the Bull Arm site. Subsequently, wildlife officials set a series of live traps to capture these animals, and on Thursday they captured one. Officials are looking into how these animals arrived in our province. Further news, cuts to the Wildlife Division and enforcement. The provincial government is coming under tremendous criticism since its release of their latest budget. The Dunderdale government outlined a series of cuts that would see 1/3 of the Wildlife Division eliminated. It is feared that the current staff will not be able to successfully manage the island's wildlife populations, especially since the caribou and Labrador have been reduced from 750,000 animals to just 25,000 individuals. The outdoor community thinks that government needs to invest more time and effort into finding out the reasons as to why the caribou crashed, rather than make huge sweeping cuts. On the other side, enforcement had seen some more substantial cuts, having enforcement officers being reduced island-wide. Many special interest groups are raising major concerns about the inability of enforcement to curb poaching, and now fear poaching may jeopardize threatened population. These groups state that there has never been enough enforcement on the island. Those that are currently working in the field are doing a great job. However, government has never invested enough money or personnel to really make an impact. Now with these cuts, we fear that our Wildlife Division and resources will fall victim to poaching. Well, that is a wrap for this edition. If you have a news story, please send us an email. Please let us know what you think. Comment below. Thank you, and have a great day.